mentioned, this course is related to web design plus development, right? So we will be discussing things related to web designing. What is you might have heard about it in IT industry. There's a thing called uh, web designing for a reason. You have to get a nice kind of a view when it comes to working with this stuff, right? So if I tell you why we have this kind of a thing, it's because of that. Okay, so there is a one thing called UI UX, right? So that means user interface and user experience, right? So in this web designing, we are going to see what is user interfaces, or how you get that properly created, and how we can do it with the help of, oh, my light is covering me. Anyway, I'll continue. So user interface designing, and you have to check how user experience is there. Okay, so these are some good kind of demanding areas, right? Then අපි ගත්තොත් the user when it comes to development, we have lot of different ways, right? We have Python, we have Java, we have web development. So this designing is for any of them. So it can be Java, it can be web development, it can be C#, but this is a common thing that user interface and user experience, we have to see what is the easiest way to have a interface, right? So if you go into a website, let me show you a good website. Let's go to Daras, right? I'm going to daras.lk, right? Because it's our own thing, our own kind of what do you call, website. So here it is more easy to find where exactly you want to visit, right? So you have this kind of a menu to identify if you want to go inside men's fashion, or are we going inside what is that correct path to go and find the clothes related to men, right? So this is what you call user experience, right? So easily, without going with lot of clicks, lot of buttons, we can just reach the place that we want to go, right? And you can have this way that you can go back easily from this buttons, right? So if you want not clothing, but men only, you can just click on it and go into men's only part, right? So this is what you call as user experience, right? We try to map things around this way, right? So if you can see easily, you can reach out to help center. You have these kind of a very advanced thing in this website, right? So it will be different for each website. If you go into eBay kind of a marketplace, it will be with more different sender and menu, right? So if I say eBay not LK, ebay.com, right? So it's a commercialized thing, right? It's not just for Sri Lanka, it's a worldwide thing. So there we can choose this thing based on this kind of interface, right? So this web designing is that, right? So the difference, if you see the here and here, This is a local thing. This is only for Sri Lanka. Terras.lk will be providing. But if you can see here, it is different. You have ship to sell, right? That means you are going to send this to different countries, not only in Sri Lanka. That's why we have this ship to, and you can select what is the country that you want to ship it to. Any of these countries, eBay will be supported, right? So that way, it is a global website, right? So this is how we make it global, right? So if you want to make this even a global one, you need to have a place that where you can search for where the countries that they can ship these stuff, right? So that's the difference between these things. If you have any questions, please let me know, right? So this is what you call use experience, right? So without going into much detail, just know that to make it more easier, user-friendly, that kind of an interface, you need to know what is web designing with the help of user interface designing and user experience, right? So even the interface, if you can see, this is the colors are like orange and white mixed. So whenever they have anything, it is like orange, white, blue, that kind of colors. You don't have all like multicolored websites, right? You have to think about that as well. So if it's like China, China doesn't get any thing related to uh, red is taken as a danger color, right? So in their websites, if you go and check, it doesn't have a thing called this kind of a colors, right? So if you go into a, thing like say AliExpress, right? It's a Chinese website, and it's kind of mixed one. Right? You will not find anything much into red color based because it will be black and white more, right? Just somewhere or the other you have red because there we don't use that kind of colors much, right? So that's the way of getting it. Even this color is not red; it's kind of a pinkish kind of a red, right?
Yes,
I
I
meant
think the early years they didn't use it, but after some time, because they wanted to catch the attraction of the person who's watching it, they used it.
that's right, Senator, right? Because whenever we see something on red color, it attracts. Maybe that's why, because earlier it was not used. I was kind of surprised to see even this button with the red color, like you said, it's because of that, I think, right? So they have improved with their colors, right? So like that in India as well, I think there are some colors that they think which are lucky, that kind of thing. So when they build kind of websites, they don't get all of these stuff together. Sometimes they use just pastel colors or like light colors in these things. If you can see in eBay,
iPhones,
yeah,
iPhones in iPhone.
yeah, correct, right? If you take on apple.com, right? So if you see this website, it is totally like black and white, most of the stuff. So it is more technical, but in a way that it doesn't give much colors in there, right? Because black and white is used most, right? So that's something unique when it comes to their website, Apple. Good kind of a example that you gave, right? Nice, Sindra. So you got it, how this is being made. So if you can see, this is more you don't have much space to be taken. When I hover on this link, only the menu is opened, right? So here also same, you don't have a separate menu space given. When I hover on it, it is going to show the menu, right? So to reduce the amount of space taken for the menus, we have this kind of a view, right? So when I hover on it, when I visit that link, only I can see it. So same here, I think, yeah, I can see it's the same. So this is, I'm taking all the e-commerce websites, right? These are e-commerce because we have a shopping cart. We can pay and purchase different products. That is called e-commerce, right? So if you take something related to hotels, let me just tell you, maybe I can go with Cinnamon. If you go and check on Cinnamon website, Cinnamon hotels, you will see the uh, website will be more into having nice destinations, nice kind of scenic view, right? So it's a nice quality kind of a view from our Cinnamon hotels, right? So you can check on Colombo, what are the hotels we have, and if I go inside it, it will give you that kind of a view to go and just relax, right? So that is provided in this hotels here, right? So you know, to attract tourists, to attract them, you have this kind of a view. You can see the port, like the total Colombo is shown in this video, right? So to attract them towards the hotel. So like that, it will be different from each kind of the business, right? So we have to have an idea what kind of a business we are going to build a website, and what are the main requirements of that website. So here we need to have a place that has more kind of interested in locations where they can travel. You will give the gallery option to check how the hotel looks like, right? So it's something interesting. Okay, so that's how we can get this, and you can see it's a very interactive website. You can just click on this stuff and make it huge in size, and click get a larger view of it as well. So that's how this hotels related websites are being built. Like that, if you go into a thing like a hospital, right? Let's say Navaloka. Have you seen the Navaloka website? It has a way that to get all the services provided by Navaloka hospitals. You can see the surgery related stuff. If it's an international patient, they can get dollars paid. So they have a separate section for international payments, right? So international patients. So like that, they have a separate kind of a view, right? I'm trying to show you different sectors has different type of user experience for the users, right? So if you show you know, nice kind of you know, images of the surgery operating theaters and all, that will be good, right? You can see here that's showing how their surgeries are done in their OT, right? So like that, you get a kind of an idea how good this hotel is. You can see chairman's message is there, right? So to he's like the face of the Navaloka, right? So Mr. Jayanta Dharmadas, right? So you can see it has given a idea about that, right? He's the person who is like the main person who works for that. Like that, you can get an idea, right? You can see bookings are there. You can just book it from here, and Lab Mobile is there, right? So you can get your reports uploaded, I think, and checked from here, right? So that kind of stuff are available in this scenario. Okay, that's all, right? I just don't, waste much time on all the sectors. But remember that any sector will have a separate kind of a user experience for the users that come for their services, right? That is the main idea that you have to take out of this, right? So let's go into details. What is designing? What is development on here? Have you guys have done any kind of web development or just a basic kind of a development on web designing? Any idea?
Yes, I think you teach me.
All right. Okay. Oh yeah, in grade 7, I guess, right?
Yeah,
So
you teach
yeah,
me.
correct, right? So basic things, right? So now you guys are big. Now you are, you can learn bit more than that, right? So there, we just go on through some kind of a basic website where in grade 7 we have to just create a small website with just some title, image, and those stuff, right? But if you're going to like O levels, you will need to learn how to do formatting, how to make it nice than grade 7 or 8 stuff, right? But when it comes to a course like this, I'm trying to show you all of them. Like it's a bit more advanced than O levels because client server side things. So we will be having a sign in page, that kind of a view. So that is called database, right? So you have sign in, then it goes into the database and you can have a server side programming. We did only client side where we have HTML, right? So we are going to touch on server side, how to manage um, database server, how to get MySQL, like that, server-side programming. It is not covered in O levels. It's something bit more like in A levels you have that, but still, this is something is a special course which we discuss on that. Okay, so in Visual Studio Code we are going to do that. I think I shared the link. I think both of you have already done Python. That's good because I now have an idea that you know what is programming, right? So Vanilla, I think you did it with me. So there we learned about how to create games using Pygame. I think Sinra has also done it, right? So we created 2D games in Python. We created, what else? Using sensors, right? We tried to get the Arduino related stuff, right? Get the sensors connected, heat sensor, um, distance sensors, right? To measure distances, right? So like that, those kind of things we did in Python, right? Now we are switching into website development, right? But still, there are designing and development stuff. Okay, so we can do that. So right now, I think both of you has an idea what is HTML, CSS. Yeah. I hope you can hear me properly. So this part, we will have a, we will refresh our knowledge, things that you might have forgot, we will discuss. But this side, this is new to you, right? Server-side programming. Okay, so we will go through these stuff you need to install MySQL server. So it is a thing which goes with WAMP server, right? You can download this as well, which is server side. We will be doing it not right now, just have it downloaded and kept it aside, right? I'll share the link as well, where we will be doing server side programming, right? So because this gives us a free database, MySQL database. We can just come here and click on this 64 bits thing, and you can download WAMP server. Right? You can see Apache, PHP, MySQL, all of them, it is supported. So locally, we are going to connect to a server which is in US or UK or somewhere, right, using virtual machine, right? We will discuss whatever those stuff later. Just you need to add your details here, or even just you can click on this and download from here, right? I have already installed it, so I'm not going to download it right now, but okay, it's that maybe let's pause it, so we can just click on that and download it, right? That is related to WAMP server. Okay. Yeah, so that's about server-side programming. You need that software. This one you have VS Code, and the other one is JavaScript. JavaScript is the code to check on different stuff. Let me just tell you, think in a way that you want to check your email address, right? When you are signing in to your website, username, usually we get it as the email address. So you need to check if the user is inserting a correct email address. You can validate if it has a at, it has a .com, to make sure it's a correct email address, a valid email address is being added. So you can do this from JavaScript, right? It's a script, and you can just do it by using this. All right, you have a username, and you check if when the person is trying to sign up, what will happen, right? So when you're going to sign up, if the email is a valid email, we can check on it. So these are the things we need to know, right? Valid email, if it's like age, if someone goes and add 100, can there be a person that is around 100 to be, registered to the website? No, right? So if that person says age is 100, someone will not do that. Okay, so which is wrong. So we have to show that, okay, this is wrong, please don't add it, right? So that kind of things we can use using JavaScript. We are validating the data. Okay, that's what we do. So that before going it into the MySQL server to the database, we are validating the data is correct or not. Okay, that is used by JavaScript. It's a dynamic thing because sometimes once you check it, once you update it, you have to again go and check, has the user entered the correct address now, like that. This is something, so first we go with HTML, then we will connect to JavaScript and check if the user has entered the data properly, and then we will be using PHP to send the data to the MySQL server, database server, right? That is the order of our course, right? So we will do it in this way. So don't worry about PHP database servers right now. We will be covering these two sections first, right? So first we will see how HTML, CSS work. Then we will go and do JavaScript. Then we will check on how MySQL work. And last, we are going to check on how we can design websites using um, Photoshop, Flash, kind of, if you saw Cinnamon Hotels, you have a nice kind of a video that is playing. It's from Flash Drive. So we are going to check how we can create a nice website with a nice video as well in the end. So this is covering the designing part is covered from here. Okay, web designing, because this is also kind of a designing actually, but this is the main designing part. Others are all development. Okay, this is the course structure of our web design and development course. We will be covering all of these, and we will do some practical projects. Like I said, it will be maybe a hotel, it can be a e-commerce website, it can be anything, and you can do that particular research on how should you build that website properly. I will guide you whenever you want my help. I will be doing that. In the end of the 2 months, we will be doing a practical project, right? So if you have any questions on any of the things that we are going to cover, please let me know. We will cover it. We'll answer it. I'm more than happy to answer. No questions? Okay. Okay, Manula. I have a question. No? Okay. මෙහෙම වෙනලා දැන් අපි මේ ඔයාගේ question එකේ හැටියට අපිට පුළුවන් sometimes ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් මැදදී අපි වැඩි practical projects කරන්න යන්නේ නැහැ. මැදදී අපි මම කරන එක ඔයාලත් කරන්න. right? මම මොකක් හරි හිතන්නකෝ මම හදුවා කියලා website එකක් e-commerce ඔයාලත් මාත් එක්ක හදනවා. right? එතකොට මම පොඩි exercise එකක් දෙනවා. එතකොට ඒ වෙලාවට ඔයා ආවිල්ලා ඒක කරගෙන next week එන්න එතකොට අපි බලමු. right? ඒ වගේ ඔයාට තේරුණාද කියලා බලන්න පොඩි exercise එකක් දෙකක් අපි answers questions විදිහට කරනවා. right? එතකොට එහෙමයි අපි කරගෙන යන්නේ. right? So it will be more into practical project based thing, because this is not a class, this is a course, right? So in these 2 months, I have to cover these stuff so that we can do a nice practical project in the end of this. And if it takes more than 2 months, definitely we will stretch it a bit. And because both of you are school students, right? So sometimes I get students from university, right? So they have an idea what is website creation in O-level, A-level, right? But for you guys, we will do it bit slowly. And I took both of you in one group because of that. Right? There's another 2 students who are having bad weather and didn't join. So I'll share the recording to them and let's see how they will be joining or not based on the recording. Right? So please join back to the same link now because the timeout is going to happen. And let's meet again and we will do some coding on this thing and we'll refresh our memory about web development. All right. So yeah. Okay, so we were discussing about things related to the structure of our course, right? So here, this is how it all links in websites, right? So this is also important to understand what we are trying to do, right? So what are we trying to do here? We are having this web environment, right? So if you see this side, this is about, we have dialogue TV, POTV, that kind of stuff, right? It is also using internet, right? So this World Wide Web, where we use website development and those stuff, it's not limited to that only websites can be created, right? So when it comes to POTV, that kind of stuff, it is also a type of a application, a web application, right? So you're using internet and you are connecting it to our TV, and then you're going to connect from your TV back to the telecom or dial-up, right? So based on that, we can watch uh, the satellite TV from that, right? So there is a web application which is given by POTV or SLT or dialogue that gives that. Like that, you need to know the limitations, like what are the things that um, you can cover, what are the things you need to do. So if it's like even in telecommunication side, we have these kind of web apps that we need to create. Right? So always remember that whenever you means this www, that means World Wide Web, you need this application server. If you don't have this, we can't work with that. Right? So if you're going to send an email, you're going to connect to your web application server, and it is going to connect to this mail server. Right? It can be either your Gmail or your Outlook. It will be different mail servers, but you will have a Google application server, and if it's Gmail, Gmail server, right? So this is the web server, right? So like that, we have different servers for different purposes, right? So in our one, we are covering the database side, where we have this thing. We are going to connect to an application server and connect into our database, right? So this is the path we are going to cover. We are going to connect with internet and use an application server, which is WAM. And we are going to cover this with the help of database, which is MySQL, right? So you can see mail servers. If you're going to create a mail application, right, you can use that. But here we are going with this way, right? So in an e-commerce website, in any of those, this is common. You need a database in order to save all the users, in order to save the purchases of those users, like that. We have e-commerce websites, hotels, hospitals, any of them, we need a database. Without it, we can't have. So this is a must, right? So like I said, this is the path we are going to connect. Application server and this thing, right? So if it's like an office environment, we have this thing called extranet, right? That means people in the office together can discuss, like a social media just for the office, right? So if you take the company that I'm working, right? So its name is Itelasoft. Here we have the teams and all of them, where we can talk with people in UK, US, India, all of us together. So it's an extranet, right? So you can communicate, you can send data to a specific people in the company. That is called extranet. Okay, so these are different things. I just wanted to tell you what is the exact path we are going to cover in this course. Okay, because wherever you go, whether it's telecommunication side or mail side, you need to have a database. Without it, you can't have other stuff, right? Because of that, this is the path we are going to go ahead. Right? So let's see some of the examples how these things works together. You can see this is the course structure. Like I said, we have this. We are the people who are clients who will be connecting to the web server, and through web server we are going to connect to the WAMP database. Right? So these are the three things we are going to cover. Right? So that's the idea of having this thing. So you need to check how your website looks on any of these browsers, right? So it might be having a different color in Chrome compared to how it is in Edge, because the algorithm in each software is different, right? So you need to know that when it's testing, whether it's Opera or Netscape Navigator or Edge, whatever that web browser is, we need to work on that and try to work properly, right? So here, what I have tried to add is get the most popular websites. So definitely we need to check on Chrome, Firefox, Safari, because Safari is something goes with Apple. Because of that, these three we have to check whenever we create a website, how it looks on these particular web browsers, right? So these are the most popular things, most popular web browsers available. Okay, so let's see how we can work with them and create some shopping carts, related e-commerce websites, right? So we are right now in this era where web 4.0 is there, right? So when you were a small child, or those, in that era, it was more into like social media, those kind of things, right? But now it has moved into AI, right? Artificial intelligence. So the IT is developing so rapidly, right? So this is how that has happened, right? Whenever we are going to learn something, you need to know how it has been in the history, right, Senator and Manula? So you can see in here, we are trying to understand that, right? So in 1992, 2000s, these are the stuff we have learned. But we have to move ahead, but we need to cover things about these things in our course in order to work with AI, right? So how to get an AI-based website, right? So like that, we need to check on those stuff. First, we will learn them and go up to this level, right? So that's the idea of this. Okay, we can see what has happened and where we are right now. Right? So it's like web 1.0 is like crawling, danagagene යන එක, right? So the web 2.0, it has been changed to walking. Then 3.0, it has been a running mode. Now it's like going on a marathon, right? So it's very rapidly getting developed, and we are in this 5.0 now, which is related to intelligent web, right? So artificial intelligence, all of those stuff comes under this, right? So these are the things we need to know about it. So let's go and do some coding now, right? So let's see how these tags and all will work with. Right? So please open your Visual Studio Code and let's do some coding together. Right? So I'm going to open mine. You can start yours as well. Let's see. Okay, so this is a website that I've created with the um, other um, uh, class, right? So it's about databases, right? So I have added a header, I have added a body. So there are different parts in this thing, right? So if you can see, this HTML is going to cover up to here. This is the header part. From body, it's going to start in here and it goes until here, right? So this is how you have a head on top and body section in the this structure, right? So if I try to open this is how it looks. Let me show how it looks. If you want, you can try to work on this as well, right? So yeah. Okay. I think the image is not shown, but just a this is how it looks, right? So image is not there, but if you can see, there's a header which has this part, and this is some details about database, right? So it's a very basic website, right? So you have the code with .html, right? So let me open another one and show you. You can see this one. This is related to what is HTML, right? So here we are trying to connect it with our my website, right? So related to that. Okay, so like that we can have different types of stuff to be done. Okay, let me just show you it back, right? You can see this is better one. We need to understand here is how to get a proper heading, how to add some list of stuff, how to add a nice image and something bold, and how to add a link to show something else, right? So I think this would be a better one because we are talking about HTML. Let's write about HTML, right? Let me open this one in Visual Studio Code. Um, So if you can see, this is how this code work. You have a HTML and starts from there. You can change the color and all. Color is not a problem in here. You can see easily you can change it in VS Code, right? So this is how I have created the very basic website. So this header starts here, header ends here. And then the body starts from here and it ends in the end of this lines. Right? So that's how we build a website. Right? So let's start from the beginning without going into hard things. Let me just create a, you can go to file, new, or you can use this extension, Control N, and start a new thing, right? So let's just start with that. And you can select a language. I'm going to use HTML and work with that. So start with the HTML. So whenever you start something, you have to end it, right? Start it and end it in this way. Then you have a head and you have a body. This is the structure of websites. Okay, whenever you want, say you have some website to be built. If you want to have a look at that, please go into the view page source and try. Have you done it? Right. So if I just show you, let me show that. So see, I want to create this kind of a website, right? So if you want to learn how it is being built, you can just go here and say view page source, and you can see from starting from HTML, how that website is being built with coding. You can have a look, right? So these are all JavaScript. You can see in the beginning using these functions and all. From here onwards, a script is running. Can you see? So this is how you read it. Can you see? Text JavaScript, right? So JavaScript starts here and it goes around. Right? So to learn something, it's good to just go with any website and just check on the page source. All of them doesn't show all the coding because they can build the same website if you just let them do it, right? So most of the things, these are hidden. You can't, get them. But some things, yes, we can have an idea how it is being built. Right? So that's about it.
Sorry, Teach, I had to, my computer stopped responding and I had to restart it.
Okay, no worries. Uh, I was saying just one thing, because you were not there, I didn't start on coding much. Just went through this part just to show you. I'll show it again. Like here, you have this thing in any website. If you go here and click on view web page source, you can see how the code is being built, right? So that's one thing that you can learn. You can click on any line and see how it is being built, right? So to get an idea how the this whole website code structure is, right? So just right click on this and say view page source, or you can click on inspect. Inspect will give you to choose which line has which code, and page source will give you the whole code of any website, but some things will be hidden. That's what I wanted to tell you. So yeah, like that Manula and Senator, please go through that. Any website, say you like the website which is related to um, what that Cinnamon Hotels thing. It will be a huge website, but still, if you go inside, it will be a very uh, nice kind of a structure is there. So if I say view page source, you can see it's a huge code is running in the backend. Around hundreds, I think thousands of lines are there, right? To get an advanced kind of a website, you need to do lot of work. Okay, so you can see it's around 2,759 lines of code. Right? So it is a huge website, right? So just to get an idea about it, you can just go visit there and see. Right? It's good to just understand it properly. Okay. Yeah. So I'll just remove it. So if you can see the even this font style is same in each section. Right? How to create that kind of a one, we will see one by one. Right? So let me just start from creating a very basic one. You can see I've started with HTML and with the body. So first add this structure, have the header part in here and body in this section, and then we will add things inside this.
Okay, did you finish writing this?
Right. Okay. Manual is also completed. Okay, let's has also completed. Okay. So let's go ahead and add the title to it. So I'm going to create a website for what do you think? Any topic you can take, and please tell me what is the topic you are going to take. I'm going to take about style, or you can say fashion, something like that. I thought to do that way. So yeah, right? So you can have a nice fashionable kind of clothes, those kind of stuff. If you like that, let's do it. Otherwise, I can do something different as well. Right? So this is the title of the thing, or we can it's something more uh, different as well. Maybe why not fashion? It will be a bit bigger in this scope, no? Let's make it a bit more different. Let's go with movies. We can get some uh, nice stuff with movies. So this is the title. And in the body section, we will add a header. Not a header actually. First, we'll add an image with a logo. Right? So in any kind of a website, if you see, it has a logo in top and some details. That's the structure. Right? So we have to get some logo and create. So I thought we can create some uh, movies related logo as well. Or we can just add a movies hub, that kind of a thing. We'll see if I can get some logo out of it. Uh, I think this looks good. Maybe it will be a copyright, but still, I'll just take this one. I took this one so I could use it as the logo, and I'm going to use it in here. Image, src, and logo dot png. Save this and see how your movie hub looks like. Okay. Um, it's a JPG file. Okay. Um, Pick for the type of the file and you can edit. Um, You can see this is how it looks. This movie is up. It's a demo thing. So we can create something similar. Um, it's not the same thing. We are going to change it and have this kind of a view. So when you click on it, you are going to give the details of each movie like that. So it's a very basic kind of a structure. First, add this logo. Okay. We can use this code and try. Let me know if you are having any problem. You can share your screen or send me a screenshot whenever you get any trouble while creating the website.
Is I did it.
All right, great. So let's continue. Header one, let's add a header and add our I think we can make it a bit more this thing. If you add a SL movie hub, this will be something new because it's not available right now.
Teacher,
Yes, Senator.
what do you understand by the code div slash?
Yes, it means it's a division. Like it's like to show that there's a division between this part, and I'm trying to say that this is one section and this is the next. Like so, divide it into two parts like that. In coding, we can use the div to divide the page properly. So this is one section I'm saying. Next one, you can have another div. So div means div, divide the pages, right? Divide the page into several sections like that. That's a structure that we usually add. Good question. I was about to say, but before that you asked. Nice. So div is to if you try to get this thing uh, let me just the same thing loaded and show. So it will be loaded like this, right? So the DM first and this in the second place, right? And that's not what I want. I want to get this in the next part because this section is empty. I want to take it in top, right? So to do that, you need to have a um, separate thing into this, right? So what I'm going to do is get the image SRC logo, and this part, you need to start it with the table. I'm going to add a table here, right? And the table will be starting from here, and it will end on the end of this section, right? So please add a table and have a row span. Sorry, yes, row span, no, col span. That means you will have um, two columns. So this is how a table look like. You have table row and you have table data, right? So you have to get the image inside a table row. This is how the structure. Please add it properly. The structure of it is important. Mm, PR starts here and ends here. And you can do it same way. Table data is also same. You have to get to table data. That means for this row has two lines of data. One is the image and one is the title, right? So you can have a look at the this one and try to do the same in yours.
Teacher,
Yes, Sindra.
could you again repeat what we do with TR and TD?
Sure. Yes. So in here, let me show it with the code note that will be more easy for you to understand. Hmm, yeah, I think this part we are not covering that. Okay, that's fine. I'll tell you. So in here, in this section, if you can see table row. So what I'm trying to do is have the, say you have a table like this and have the logo on the same row and the header one on this place. So logo is in here and uh, the header is here. So I need only one row, but two things to be added. So what I did was I added only one table row, and I said that this is the start of it, and TD means table data, right? So if you want, you can just write it as well. And write it. TR means uh, table row, and TD means table data, like this. So because of that, we have only one row and two data has to be shown. So that's what I'm trying to do. Right? So to do that, one method is you can have two TDs, and instead of this one, I can have this as two, another TD. This is how in each row what you need to have, you're going to show it like this. So if I just save it and show, um, this is how it looks if you get these two together. You can see it was earlier coming in the lower section or down of this, but I'm trying to get it in together. So to get that together, you need to get two table data, but one table row. That's what I did. And here it happens when I did that. So try to add this way, two table data, but one table row. That's the way that we use it. If you have any questions, please ask.
Okay, teacher.
Did you add the code as well, like this way?
Yes.
Okay. What is the topic that you chose?
Let me show you.
Okay, let's stop sharing. All right, that's cool. Dark types and brains. Where did you find this cute image?
When I'm
Somewhere.
searching on Pinterest,
Okay, cool.
when I'm looking for memes and stuff, I find it.
Okay. Memes. Okay. These days, lot of students of mine are looking memes for different stuff. Nice. Right? So let's do some CSS as well. We'll change the font styles, those stuff, so that you get an idea how to customize it based on our requirement, right? So to use CSS, there are different ways, but it is usually used in the header section. You have to say style. That's the way. So inside, you can say how the header one should look like. So whenever um, we need to check on header one will be always having this kind of a behavior. Font family, font size, you can add font color. I think it's normal color. And you can use any color that you want. Of even here. Okay, nice website, Manula. Um, so if you like, you can also share your screen and show, not just a screenshot to me. Okay, so good choice. So you are more into music. Okay, right, nice. Okay, good choice. You can have some music players added with some music that you like and have it. So I have chosen movies so that I can have some players added, video players and all, and show it to you. And in yours, you can use a music player as well. And then you can use a audio player, right? So if you want, just to tell you, just use a audio like this, and you can get some MP3 to be played when you're going to start your website, right? That is possible. Okay, so if it's related to music, that's the best way to work on that. So if you want to add any video or that kind of a thing, inside the table, make sure to create a new um, table row because we have a table here, and you can use the table data and work on that. I haven't chosen any video to be shown. Let me see if I can find anything in my computer to add. Um, done with idea of having it is how to get a like a new kind of a structure created. If you don't want div, you can remove it as well, because right now because we have the structure as table, I thought I would not go with the div because it gives a lot of space if I do that. Let me show you what happens if it's div. The video is somewhere here and there's a uh, gap in between. So because of this table, we don't need that. So I'm going to just remove the div and work with that. Right. So this is related to just uh, this thing. You can use instead of having this thing. So I tried to get the same kind of font that has in my logo here, and change it to movie hub, not movies hub, because the logo looks like that. And you can have it in that way. I'm not sure why it is kind of showing this thing. Let me see. Table row, table data. Think if I make it like 800 and 1000, let's see if this would work. If you have any doubts or anything, please let me know. I think now it's fine. Still, the controls are not shown properly. Um, Let me see why it's not showing the video controls. You can pause it, but it's not showing it. Maybe because I chose a bit bigger size video and it's not fitting this amount here, right? So yeah, if you can hear this, I have sounds that like that. This was just a one that I have taken from this thing. We can add any type of a structure into it. This is just some of the things that we have added, and some CSS is added, right? We can change it according to our requirement. And here I want the text align to be left align because it's going to the center right now. Once you do that, please tell me, or you can show it to me. I want to see how you guys did that. All right.
Teacher, could you show me the script?
You can't see. Oh, sorry. Sec. Okay. So if you don't want the controls, you can make it even autoplay. So without us being there, we can um, have it. So I change it to autoplay. We can use this source src as well, because if you say want to have more than one or two types of videos, you have to show that it is a mp4 or a ogg or mkv, like that. If you add that, it understands it better. So I'm going to add that as well. Type equals MP4. So it will be automatically printed, so automatically loaded when it starts.
Teja, I think I'm having a problem.
Oh, is it? Show me your code. I'll stop.
You have disabled host participant screen sharing.
Oh, sorry. Forgot. Okay, got it. Done.
Here, I want the text and the picture to be in different sides. I don't.
1 sec. It's still loading. Okay. Okay, what's the problem? Now
I
you
want
can.
the text. I want the text and the image in different size, but it isn't loading.
Okay. Where are you trying to write? That means your header one has to be below. I didn't
No,
get.
no. I need the picture in one side and the text in one side. I followed your source, but I couldn't get it right. This
Okay.
I want the text to be aligned to the left.
So if you want it in the right, you have to say right. Align right. Yes. Text align. Right. Try to the text align to be on right. Have a colon in there. Save it and